So hey guys, it's Stephanie here with a book haul because, let's face it, I have a book buying problem. Actually, maybe problem isn't the best word to use. I think that kind of gives off the idea that I want to fix this problem or I need help. I most definitely do not, okay? I will buy books forever. So all these books are from thrift stores or library sales because, come on, I don't pay full price for things. So the first book in this haul is a little bit polarizing from what I hear, and that is Kate Atkinson's Life After Life. And from what I know about the plot, it is about a woman who keeps getting reincarnated because there is something in history that she is supposed to do or stop, from what I know. So that plot to me sounded really interesting, and I'm going to be really superficial and say I really liked the cover. So I'm really excited to read this. I have heard both good and bad reviews on this, so I'm interested to see what I think of it. And the next book I got is Faithful Place by Tana. This is the third book in the Dublin Murder Squad series. I recently read In the Woods and I absolutely loved it. I have yet to read The Likeness, which is the book before this, so I won't be getting to this until I read The Likeness. I'm really excited to read The Likeness though, because a lot of people said that it's even better than the first one, so I'm like really excited. And so I also got Jeffrey Eugenides' The Virgin Suicides. I've been wanting to read this book, but I have this thing where if I've seen the movie, I am not very motivated to read the book, and that was the case with this for a long time. But I've heard a lot of people say that it was a very faithful adaptation and that I should read the book. I've been wanting to read something by Jeffrey Eugenides for a while, and I thought I would start with maybe material that I was familiar with. Maybe that's not the way to go, but that's just what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna see how this goes and how I like the writing. Okay, so this next one is gigantic. It is The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. It was the winner of the Man Booker Prize, and it is huge, absolutely gigantic. So this is historical fiction that takes place in the 1800s in New Zealand, with the gold rush there, I think. I've heard a lot of really good reviews about this. A lot of people really seem to like it, so even though it seems like it's a bit of a commitment, I am interested and excited to get into this. I've heard it's really good. The next book was recommended by Joss over at Squibbles Reads, and that is And Again by Jessica Chiarelli. And when I found out the premise of this book, I absolutely had to get my hands on it. The book is about 4 characters with terminal illnesses who, as a part of this new program, are given genetically perfect bodies that are exact replicas of themselves. So we follow the characters after they're given these brand new, perfect, blemish, wrinkle-free bodies, and we follow how it affects their relationships, how it affects their lives, and whether this was a positive thing for them. And this is basically one of my favorite genres, which is like the sci-fi literary fiction. So I think it's an understatement to say I'm excited to read this. I have really wanted to read this, so I will be getting to this definitely soon. So the next book I picked up because it was an author that I've been wanting to check out and read some of her work, and that is Joyce Carol Oates' We Were the Moldies. I saw this at a library sale. This copy does have the Oprah's Book Club sticker on it, though I don't know that that's like a seal of approval for me anymore. I just feel like that's let me down before. But people seem to really love Joyce Carol Oates. Like I said, I've been wanting to read something by her, and this looks like a family drama about a family's fall from grace, which is something that I am totally into. That's again another genre and premise that I absolutely adore. So I will be getting to this as well. And I also picked up The Interestings by Meg Wolitzer. I've been wanting to read this, so I freaked out when I saw it at a thrift store for like $1. So this book follows 6 teenagers who meet at a summer camp for the arts one summer, and they become really good friends, and then the novel spans out into adulthood, and we follow them and we see the path that their lives took, and we get to see if they became who they thought they were going to become when they were teenagers, and see these characters, I'm sure, either find success or deal with their peers finding success. I really love books that follow characters from teenage years into adulthood. So I'm really interested to read this. Like I said, a lot of people seem to like this book. It has good reviews, and it was really pretty and bright, and it adds some color to my bookshelf. So I was more than excited to pick this up. So this next book was an ARC sent to me by the publisher, and that is Adam Mitzner's The Girl from Home. This is a thriller. It is about a millionaire named Jonathan Kane who seems to have like the perfect life. Obviously, he's a millionaire. He's got a very successful business and a beautiful wife. He goes home for his high school reunion and becomes reacquainted with the school prom queen, who would not even look at him twice when he was in high school, but now he's a successful man and she wants to get with that. And so they start this affair, but they are both harboring dark and deadly secrets, so of course it's going to take a dark turn and spiral out of control, which is something I am totally about. So I will let you guys know what I think of The Girl from Home when I'm done with it. And I also picked up House of Mirth by Edith Wharton. I absolutely loved Age of Innocence. It is one of my favorite classics of all time. So I am really excited to read House of Mirth. I am definitely expecting some satire, some social commentary, and of course some beautiful writing. And the last book for this haul is what I am currently reading, and that is The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman. This book is getting made into a movie, and the movie's getting released in September of this year, so since I can't read books after I watch the movie, I have to read it before. So the book is about Tom, who is a lighthouse keeper on the island of Janice in Australia with his wife Isabel. One day a boat washes up on the shore and it has a dead man and a baby. Now he and his wife are not able to have children, so the wife obviously wants to keep the baby as their own and raise it. He wants to alert the authorities and tell them what he found, because I mean that's his job, is to tell them what he found. And I don't think it's spoilery because this was in the trailer, so they end up keeping the baby as their own. And so after they've taken the baby in, they find this woman who lost her husband and her baby daughter at sea, and they connect the dots and come to realize like they kept her baby. And at this point they've already had the baby for a few years. And so I'm definitely curious to see how that works out. I feel like that's one of those things that's like, I mean, if they do this, I mean, then there's gonna be these consequences. But then, I mean, if they do this, then there's gonna be these consequences. So I'm really curious to see how this all gets resolved, if it gets resolved. And then I will, of course, watch the movie. And so that is my haul for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And let me know if you've read any of the books that I have on there, if you like it, if you have a favorite, if maybe you want to buddy read one of these with me, let me know in the comments and hit me up. But like I said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.